I am apparently chairing this meeting today. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that. My co-chair may make an appearance at some point. So we've got in your email, everybody should have a copy of the minutes. Everybody have it?
Yep. Yes.
All right. I did find one edit, and this time it's Jennifer's last name needs to be correct. We've got Sanders instead of your Saunders.
You are correct, and I am fixing that right now.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
Fantastic.
Too dark.
Does anybody else pick up anything else in reviewing it?
I fixed your thing, so that was the only that I worked with.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and move to pass with the amended spelling of Jennifer's name. Is there somebody who wants to make a motion?
What are you asking for, Devin? For the
A motion for, yeah, a motion for approval of the minutes with the amendment of Jennifer's spelling.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. It's been moved and seconded. Now we got to go around the horn and everybody's got to say verbally how they vote. So Debbie, go ahead.
I approve.
Jill?
Yes.
Jen?
Yes.
Guillermo?
Yes.
Kayla?
Yes.
And I'm a yes. Karen's not on, right? Nobody else sees her? I don't see her in my view. All right. So the minutes are approved. Now, moving on. Ralph, do you want to give us an update on the non-toxic neighbor grants and your experimentation or plans to experiment with different kinds of agents that might help weed control?
We have not gotten too far with it. Basically, we're just, at this point, we're backing off the use of Roundup on some of the locations that we talked about, community gardens, Stumptown, and the young lady from the organization is supposed to send some organic product that should be in the mail in the next few weeks. So I'm still waiting on that so we can work with it. Yeah.
So if you're backing off on the use of the Roundup, does that put you at a deficit and behind the weed control while you wait for the new product to come in? Is that going to present a problem for your crew?
Yeah, I'm not, and so things aren't looking too good in some places like Stumptown. I've got weeds that are coming up all over the place, and I really don't have the labor right now to sideline people to do nothing but pull weeds. So we're going to let it roll until that organic material comes in, and then we'll just see how effective it is, because there's not a guarantee it's going to be as effective. So we'll just have to see how it goes.
You'll have some sizable weeds by then to spray them on. So.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get the mowing crew to knock down some of the bigger ones until we can actually go in there and do something with the spray, because I do want to see how effective it is.
Yeah, I'd love to know just for around here.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions for Ralph? All right, moving on to the Legacy Tree Project. The brochure is completed, or do we have printed versions available? Will we have? Yes,
we have printed versions of, and I'll just bring a bunch of it to the Milkweed sell. Yep.
Oh, good.
Great. Perfect. Any questions, Debbie, on the Legacy Tree Project, kind of where we're at? Our markers have been placed and or ordered. Are we up to snuff on where we're at with that?
Yep, I've got a couple more that I've ordered, so it may be another week or two before I hear back. Generally somewhat slow, not too fast.
Okay. And is this One, I think we've kind of kicked it around before, maybe with the placement of these and more of us being vaccinated, is this a moment where we'd like to get together as a committee and, maybe some other folks from town council and get the picture done and have the story, go corresponding with it in the press somehow?
I would love to see that.
Yeah, maybe get some information from the Historical Society for the next two, since that's where they're located.
Okay.
Can we ask whether everyone that's on the call would be comfortable with that, please?
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
Yeah, me too. As long as everyone is vaccinated, just because I have a young child, I'm completely.
I am too.
All right, good.
Now, is this something that would have to go through press in the town, or is this something we'd have to do on our own?
I think it could go either way. I contacted Maureen Keith, who's the information officer for the town, about an article for the Matthew Smith Hill Weekly on the Monarch milkweed sale. And she said, would you like to write it? And I said, I'll be happy to. And I sent it to her for approval. And she said, that looks fantastic. So we can ask her if she wants to write. We can also submit something. And I would never send it to the paper without her approval, but I don't think that any problem with it. And it may be that the mayor and some of the commissioners might like to participate in this, especially, we've got two on the commission, two that were on the Appearance and Tree Advisory Committee as part of their early involvement with the town. So they may choose to participate in that.
And one of these will be out in front of the cute little Historical Society on a Trade Street downtown. Is that where one of these are going to go, or is that going somewhere? Where are these next two going?
The next two are at the Reed House.
That's
Was that
on John or Old
Is
Monroe?
that Ames? Is it Ames? What is that?
It's West John, isn't it? West John and Ames, I guess.
Yes.
Got it. I'm just wondering if we could do a little fanfare around it, like a not a ribbon cutting, but something that's, like we've maybe got something tied around the marker or something a little bit, and have folks from the Reed House there to celebrate it with us.
Mm-hmm. That's a nice idea.
So, well, Ralph, keep us posted on when that'll come in, and we can kind of plan out when we want to do a reveal moment with it.
All right.
Okay. Any other questions for the Tree Project? Are we looking to identify any more trees in the near future? Do we feel like we've got kind of a good grouping of them? We've kind of taken care of maybe the backlog ones that we wanted to get done all this time. Are we taking suggestions for stuff in the future?
Yeah, I'm waiting. Maybe some of this legacy tree brochure handouts, we can get some feedback from general citizens that might have some special trees in their lots or properties that we don't know about.
Okay, great.
And we had mentioned a couple of other trees as possibilities. The one in front of Seaboard and the tulip poplar on the Greenway as Squirrel Lake Park comes into it.
Sycamore. Sycamore and the metasequoia.
Yeah, when we thought that sycamore might be a marker tree. So I don't know how.
Yeah.
That would make it quite distinctive if that's the case.
Yeah, I have no idea. We maybe ask somebody in Parks and Rec if they have any understanding about that. It's not that it's not overly large. It's just a weird conformation on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It could just be a wonky tree.
Mm-hmm.
It would be exceptionally wonky for it to grow into a right angle. That'd just be odd. But
Very true.
Mother Nature doesn't know our rules.
Really? What, the one in front of the Seaboard? Which one?
There's only one tree in front of Seaboard. It's very large and it's got some pavers around it, I think, that you can sit on.
Yep, a raised bench. It's on the patio to the left of the front door if you're looking at
Inside the patio.
Yeah, inside the patio.
Yeah, okay. Now I get it. Okay.
I was admiring it this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's one of 3 of those that were planted, Guillermo. The other is somewhere, you can see it from Seaboard. Is it by the elementary school or along the Greenway?
It's somewhere back behind Town Hall, actually,
Yeah, I
that,
think it's on Frank Williams' property.
right,
Okay.
something like, right, back in there, yes.
Anything else on the Legacy Tree Project? All right. We'll move on to our event this weekend, Milkweed for Monarchs. It's happening on the 22nd from 9 to 11 at the Matthews United Methodist Church. So I think today we probably need to assign volunteer roles. Everybody needs to kind of divide and conquer the different places that we're going to be. Probably need to do a pick a time that we all should show up to get everything set up and ready. Debbie, do you have the most up-to-date information, or is Jennifer, do you have the most up-to-date info on?
So let me just set. Okay.
I've got
I
what
was wondering if I had anything from Lisa Tompkins, and I don't have any updates. So at some point, Jill has volunteered that she can go over there and pick up plants if need be. Lisa is still hoping she can deliver them, but her husband can't be left alone at this point in his illness. So, and we don't want them too early because we plan on putting them in one of the grass medians in the front parking lot. And I don't think that would be a good place for us to have them dropped off, say Tuesday or Wednesday, or maybe even Thursday. Friday certainly would be fine. So that's kind of where we are with that.
Well, I can certainly go on Friday, Jill, if I think you have a little truck, don't you? If that's possible.
Yeah, I have a truck.
More than glad to go help do that. Pick up, load, whatever.
Yeah, I might, if I do bring them, say if I do pick them up on Friday and I need to take them over to the church site,
Mhm.
I need to bring the tables and stuff, tables and tents. So I may or may not be able to fit all of that in my truck. So I might need some help.
Okay.
Well, Jill, remember that we weren't going to use tables because that was just another item that.
Well, for the cash, I want a table. I don't want to have to stand there and
make
Can you
change without a table?
Do you want a card table, Jill? I can throw that in the car.
yes. If you want to throw in your card table, then all I will bring is just the one canopy.
Yeah, I just thought it would be so much easier rather than setting up tables that we just move them one time.
Okay.
I can go Friday night I've got a little station wagon, and we can put as many plants in the back of that as we can too.
So we just don't know where they're coming and when, or if we need to pick them up from somewhere.
Okay.
I mean, we can always, is that right, Debbie?
Yeah, well, and the other possibility is that Mark may end up having to go and get the plants for the pollinator garden, and he could bring the milkweed plants back with him. But again, the timing is tenuous at this point.
Between Jill and I, we both have a truck. Mine is filled with a yard of compost right now, so I've got to get that out. But we could certainly, shuttle run and cover all of that. If we needed to store them somewhere, we're welcome to dump them here on the property. How many are there total?
200 to 250.
Okay.
And they're 3.5-inch wide pots by 5-inch deep. Lisa seemed to think she could all in her truck, and I don't think her truck's any bigger than Jill's, but Lisa's a really good plant packer.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd be hard pressed to stack them on top of each other without feeling like I was going to ruin them.
Right.
But we've got options at least until we know more from Lisa.
I just texted Lisa again. We'll see if she answers me.
Debbie and Devin, Lisa just sent an email to me today saying that she was going to bring all the plants to the park for that planting. Is this in addition to the other plants that you're talking about?
It depends on when she's delivering. Did she specify that?
Well, I told her what my windows were. It was either between 12 and 1 or after 5 for every day for the remainder of the week.
Mhm.
So she hasn't gotten back to me yet.
Okay. Well, Jill, since you said you had Friday available if you need it, I mean, that's not the worst case scenario. It's actually better for the plants. Lisa's going to be watering them all week for us. And they won't have a chance to dry out and less chance of being stolen.
Yeah, let us know. I'm flexible as well through the week, so
Okay.
happy to help out with the two vehicles and Jen's, then we should be able to get them all.
Perfect.
All right, so do you want to go ahead and assign what time we should all call volunteers? Do we just want to be there? And I mean, I guess it will depend on where the plants are and all that good stuff, but I think we definitely want to be there at least by 8, right?
Yeah.
8 or 8:15, yeah. I mean, if the plants are already placed, which sounds like they will be, then we just have to kind of take a look at the parking lot layout and decide where the best places are to stand for your job.
Yeah, I'm worried about early birds showing up. It's a queue
That's
up.
good. Yeah. Well,
So
then
make sure
it's
that-
good then.
Yeah, I think being there at least an hour in advance to catch any early birds that queue up and get them, which is not a bad thing because they can kind of queue up and start the line and show others where to go. But I think, if the tree event was any indication, we got quite a few early birds there.
Good point.
So
Well, we want to be able to keep the front lot free. They're doing a blood drive at the same time that's in the back lot. And so I'm sure that people directing the traffic for that as well. But I could see where potentially people might start screening our sale by parking where they're not supposed to park for that.
okay. So Jill, are you and Ralph on money duty?
Yes, I guess.
Yep.
As Ralph was, yeah.
Ralph is taking the money home, I guess, at the end of the day. Not necessarily money, but so Jill, you've got cash transactions, so we've got that position assigned. Ralph, probably floating, I would assume, kind of around. I can certainly help load or direct traffic. It doesn't matter to me. I'm good. And then we just need somebody to do handouts. So I think we probably need a couple of folks on traffic, a couple of folks on loading.
Right. And I'll be happy to do the handouts or loading.
Okay.
I'll do either one.
Jill, do you think that we could do cash transaction and take a handout at the same time?
We could, yep. If we're just going to have one table, it's kind of hard to do handouts without putting them on a table.
Yeah. That or we're chucking them in their car with their plant, I suppose, but maybe.
That was kind of what I thought. We'll just have a variety and they can choose what they want. Pass it through the window.
Okay. I think
Because we don't want them getting out of the car to look at stuff on a table. That defeats the purpose of this contactless sale.
Because they're paying as they're driving through.
We're gonna be bagging them in the grocery bags and passing them
Right.
over. So there's a job too.
Yeah.
Wonder if we can just.
I can help do that. I'm also there. So I'm down for whatever.
All right. So Jennifer and Guillermo, would you want to direct traffic in and out?
Yeah, be glad to.
All right.
I'll do whatever.
Oh, I mean,
Good. Thank you.
I can help load.
Yeah.
I'll probably have my helper with me, so maybe he can help bag things up. So.
Okay.
Good. We got everything assigned up then. Timing is going to stretch till the plants run out, right? We're there until 11, but likely before that when the plants run out. Now, Deb mentioned in an email that we may, at the conclusion of the event, where we end early, head over to help with a different project. Is that my understanding? There's the one at Stumptown that we could roll over to help.
Yeah. And Mark, are you still on?
He is.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Do you have enough volunteers to help you plant those plants Saturday morning?
Yeah, we've got 6 at the moment, which should be fine. There's 42 plants. I counted them up.
Okay.
And that's not counting the milkweed, if you're going to bring any over. So, but I think we should be okay. But if you've got something to do or not something to do and you want to help afterwards, that would be fantastic. We'll be needing to put mulch down as well. So hopefully.
All right. Well, Mark, I'm going to come back to you in just a minute. I'm going to finish wrapping up everything that we need to do for the milkweed event. Do we have the cash box secured, Jill, for the money?
Backyard Birds has donated their cash box for this project, and it's at my house.
Okay, perfect. That was the last thing that I had on the agenda for this project. Is there anything else that we need to talk through? Okay, so 8 o'clock on the 22nd at the church over by the Boy Scout troop. That's kind of how I orient myself. The address is in there. I don't think I have any other questions. All right. Let's move on to new business. Mark, do you want to give us we've talked a little bit about your project that morning. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about what you and your peers are doing over there?
Yeah, sure. We are planting a flower garden if you're facing the flags to the left of the memorial flag area. It's going to be approximately 25 feet wide and about 7-8 feet deep. And it'll all be perennial flowers. And we'll also be putting in some milkweed as well. So, and also spreading mulch in some of the bare spots after we planted the multiple wax myrtles in the back. So we're going to try to cover up that whole area as well. But if you finish early, which sounds like you will be sold out in 30 minutes or so. So if you finish early, you're welcome to come by and pitch in. If nothing else, is to meet a bunch of wonderful people.
What time does your event start, Mark?
9. It's also 9 to 11.
Okay.
And just to clarify, all of these plants are native perennials that are pollinator plants. Lisa Tompkins, the person who designed those gardens over there, has chosen these plants, and she's giving us a sketch for layout there.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Great. Any other questions for Mark? Thank you for your continued work on it, improvements to that park. I think it's made such a difference over there, and folks really seem to, especially as people are getting back out and about, are enjoying it.
Yes, they are. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So the last thing I have on the agenda is to thank Jennifer for officially volunteering to serve as our secretary. So a big applause.
We'll see how long you guys let me do it. So
There are some jobs it's darn near impossible to be fired from. This might be one.
this might be it. Okay.
I feel
And
like
Jennifer
that-
did specify she was willing to do this for a year. So we.
Yeah, I think the until the end of time was put out there before, and I think we should at least let's reel that back a little bit. So
Fine, 50 years.
yeah.
I like that's some commitment and dedication.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, thank you on behalf of all of us that don't have to do this for the next year. We appreciate you.
Okay.
I'm being recruited to be a den leader of the Cub Scouts, so I think I have it in for me.
There you go. There you go.
No doubt. All right. Well, anything else that we need to cover, Debbie? We're wrapping this one up. I'm getting off easy here.
I can't think of anything unless I'm just on vacation mode, and I'm just slack this evening.
That works for me. I mean, listen, like we don't have to belabor it if we don't have anything to do. So I'll take the 30-minute win. Well, if there's nothing else, then I think we need a motion to adjourn, and we'll see everybody this weekend.
I motion that we adjourn.
Excellent. Do I have a second?
To confirm, we meet us on Saturday, 8 o'clock in the morning, where?
At the United Methodist, what's it?
Matthews United Methodist Church.
Let us know if we need to do anything about these plants Thursday or Friday night, because I'm available.
All right.
Okay.
Did I get a second for adjournment?
Jennifer, I'll second that.
All right, fantastic. Mark it in your notes. All right, we've got a motion and it's been seconded to adjourn the meeting. Let's go around the horn. I say yay. Debbie?
Yay.
Jill?
Yes.
Jennifer?
Yes.
Guillermo? And Kayla?
Yes.
All right. Quick and efficient, y'all. Thank you. See you this weekend.
See you then. Bye.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.